Hi, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I am now going to do my husband's in the bag. And I tried to take some notes because his bag has changed a lot since the last time I did this for him. And we will first start with putters. He's really undecided on his putters. Now, before, I think he had XT Novas in here. And right now he is playing with a dagger, 0 hard. He got those after Ricky won the second time world championship, so he thought, hey, if he knows how to putt so well, maybe I should try his putters. Then he wanted to try, this was a disc that we got. We went to, what did we go to? A Play It Again Sports in California. And we each got to get one disc. And we both bought Discmania discs because we didn't own any. And I bought the FD, and he got this P2. You can tell between the two which he uses the most because the dagger is totally beat up and the P2 is not beat up. It has a softer feel to it to me, and the dagger has a crisper feel to it. So he's still toying with those putters, and will often, oh look, he does even have, he's so undecided, he has one XT Nova in here as well. So I often will see him putt with a putter, it won't go in, and he'll grab whatever was on the ground, whether it was an approach disc or a mid-range, whatever, and he'll put that one in. So that's where he's at in his putting life. Let's go to mid-ranges. He has a Rock 3 that I bought him last year. He plays with that. I think it still is a very hard, overstable, throws hard to the left, and he'll use it if he wants to make sure it's a 172, and if he wants to make sure that it doesn't go off to the right. It's definitely one that is never going to go understable on him. He has this for me. This was my Buzz. I didn't throw it all that well or all that consistent. I've tried. It's pretty light for him. It's a 165, and he finds, according to my notes, that if he opens up too much, it will pull right on him. He's a right-handed, so that means it goes understable, and it'll Anheuser. So he does have to make sure that when he does use it, that he doesn't throw too wide, or it will not stay true to his path he wants it on. Let's see, what have we got? He likes his Orange Truth. This is also one, so he has his overstable Rock 3. He has his Buzz that goes pretty darn straight. This one will pull right on him, very understable. And when he wants it to go understable, it'll not go understable. So, you know, it's kind of squirrely that way. And what weight is that? It is a 169. I think what we have in here, we have some distance drivers. Now this one is funny because these disc crafts, they call themselves maximum distance driver, but yet you turn it over and it's got this teeny tiny rim, and I don't know if that's just a holdout and they just refuse to go with the big rim. It's a 167, and this goes really straight. It does not go far enough for him for what he wants today, but it definitely is his disc. He will get out if he's on an approach, but it's a longer approach. This one he can go straight and true toward the basket. Everything else in here, now this one we'll talk about next because this is his dump disc. It's very light and it has very overstable Star Destroyer. I can throw my destroyers that I use and get them to flex. This one's just not so much. And part of its problem is probably because I bought him a 158. Now, what was I thinking buying my husband a 158 orange disc? Not really sure. I've even tried to throw it and it just dumps really hard for me too. So this is kind of a, keeps it in the bag. It's probably like one that he would throw if there was water, because if he lost it, he would not be sad. Then we have our disc we found. This was found in Leavenworth by the pond. Somebody must have fished it out of the pond. It's very beat up. It is a 174, and it does not dump as hard as that orange one, and it's nice and heavy, so it's a good one to throw in the winds here in Texas. So he's been just keeping it in the bag, and he'll throw it if the winds are really heavy. He has his ballista. It goes really far, but it is very understable. And so it just goes, we'll go for a mile, and it'll be on an Anheuser. So that's part of why we bought some drivers this winter that I did the unboxing of. So to try to round out our range, you know, this is a good, it goes really far, but he doesn't want it to go. So Anheuser on him. And the problem is when it goes far, I mean, it just goes. And it's like, goodbye, see you later. And then he's walking a mile to go get it. So now he has his Daedalus, which he does have, if he can keep it low, he can shape his shots with this one and has a lot better control. But it is still an understable disc, so he wants to have a better distance driver that will go straight for him, and he really doesn't have that. He has too understable and too overstable, and not really a good, just stable long distance disc that he can throw for a mile and have it be reliable for him. That looks like it's everything he has. Now what else he carries? I do not have a big enough bag for a touch. This is we tend to both use his touch, because right now I don't take my touch with me because he does not carry water. The one time he carried water with him, he ended up, it fell out because this doesn't have any strings to hold it in. So we had to walk all the way back through the course, and then there we found it laying on the ground. So I was glad that we recovered it. But he does need, I need a little bit bigger bag, and he needs a bag same size but with a couple more pockets. And I think he does not have right now his marker disc in his bag, though I've seen it floating around here in the trailer. Hopefully you found this interesting, and that is my husband's update, his winter update. Thanks for watching.